At a meeting on the development of production, the management of our plant decided to modernize production to optimize the operation of equipment. We are engaged in the production of pharmaceuticals in Saratov, and we have been on the pharmaceutical market for more than 20 years. We have various equipment for production of medicines, from granulator to automatic line for self-adhesive labels. At the meeting, the lead production engineer suggested replacing the industrial mill in the powder preparation area. The old mill did not provide the necessary powder fraction for the production of tablets, due to the fact that it was constantly under repair. I have been working at the plant as a leading production technologist for 5 years. Management set me the task to find and buy the mill, which is used to grind various substances. I began my search, checking in advance with the lead production engineer for the necessary parameters. He recommended looking for a modern device with the ability to collect dust from grinding powders. It was necessary to take this into account to avoid dust formation on the site. The engineer advised me to contact the equipment manufacturers first. They provide warranty service, drawings, instructions for use, install the manufactured equipment. I took his advice. I chose an Italian company online that produces pharmaceutical equipment. I visited their website and wrote a letter specifying a mill with a capacity of 300 liters. I did not specify a particular device. I wanted to see what they could offer me. A week later I received an answer that they do not have a laboratory mill, but they can develop and produce it, if requested by the end of the year. For us that's a long time, so I decided to try to look for a machine from other manufacturers. I found a company on the internet from Saratov, which produces industrial mills. I called them and asked if they could provide a mill for grinding various substances. They replied that they have such a machine. The manager asked for my phone number and said she would call me back in the evening, when she checked with her company engineer about the characteristics of the machine. However, she did not call in the evening. I contacted them the next day. The manager said that she had sent a request to the engineering department, and that she would get back to me when she had an answer. This seems strange to me. When do I wait for an answer? How long to wait for an answer? Not a business-like approach to the customer. After a series of failures, I gave up on finding the mill on my own. Then I remembered that at the Forum of Producers of Equipment for the Pharmaceutical Industry in Moscow, I met a specialist who was engaged in the selection and supply of equipment for production of medicines. I found his business card, and before contacting him I decided to check whether he really engaged in the supply of equipment for the pharmaceutical industry. In order to do this I found his website and thoroughly studied the information on it. I liked that the website was up to date, with video clips of the equipment and lots of contacts for communication. I also noticed that the website had been around since 2003. The company had been on the equipment supply market for a long time, and that is a good reason to say that it was successful. I called the manager. He said he remembered me, and was happy to hear from me again. I told him that I was looking for a modern mill with maximum dust protection. He suggested an appliance option that was popular with customers, and proven in production. I agreed to consider it. The manager emailed me the passport, and the instruction manual for the equipment. He also offered to perform a turnkey delivery. I liked the proposed version of the equipment, and I agreed it with the management. A week later we signed a contract for the supply of an industrial mill. A month after signing the contract the manager called me, and told me that the machine was ready, and in a week it would be delivered. The mill was high-tech. The equipment was made of quality stainless steel. Provided a hopper for loading raw materials, apparatus for dust collectors. In the apparatus is divided into fractions of the milled powder. The mill was delivered according to the contract, within a month after signing the contract. The production engineer and I, including myself, were satisfied with the offered variant of the mill. I realized that I had made the right choice of a specialist for the supply of equipment. Real professionals pay attention to details, and I was lucky to find such a person when choosing equipment.